Hello, friends. This is my fourth video. Today, uh, I am planning to talk something which may probably help you in your day-to-day life, and I am saying this from my experience. Uh, I'm not a philosopher or an economist or something like that. I am derouting a little bit from my profession as a pharmacist, um, but the things which I find and experience uh, help helps me a lot in day-to-day life in overcoming the stress, your workload, and to make your mind happy and body healthy, even without exercising. Um, Usually, there is a notion like we see that people who go to gym every day with a balanced diet, uh, with a trainer, with a six pack, a perfectly fit body, uh, they are healthy. They are the most healthy and very strong, and they are the people who will live longer without any problems, uh, physically or mentally, and things like that. But that is actually a pattern thing. It is completely wrong. I will tell you a small example. Uh, in the last heavyweight boxing championship, um, with the Joshua and Ruiz, um, everybody uh, was going uh, just like me naturally with pattern seeking. They thought Joshua will win definitely because Ruiz is bulky, little bit fat, and with not that much of a muscle. He looks like a little bit, little, little bit kind of overweight when you see from the ring. When you compare his body structure with Joshua, but I noticed one thing during the fight. Your mental power is a very great thing. You, if you have more mental power and you can make your body work and reach the limit which otherwise you cannot achieve. The reason why I am saying is was I saw Joshua um, breaking down after he gained the confidence. First, Ruiz was knocked down, and then the confidence actually overwhelmed him. So he thought in the next round he can finish the fight. So he was ready for that. But Ruiz, uh, at the when he was getting up after his first knockout, he was actually he took some time. So by sitting, he was actually um, drawing a plan in his mind, using his mind to defeat Joshua. And Joshua had this overconfidence, and the rest we know what happened. Ruiz actually knocked down Joshua three times, and the fourth time, Joshua was scared, basically, was surprised. All his confidence level drained from his body, from his eyes, from his body language. We can see that. And he said, enough is enough. Okay, let us stop the fight. See, the thing I saw there was when implementing a plan, Ruiz was waiting for an opportunity. And when he got the right opportunity, he strike very fast, lightning speed, which Joshua never expects the combination punches Ruiz was going to give him. So when he gets the combination punches, when he doesn't expect, your body, your brain will be shocked. That affects your body and your physical strength drains away. Then you will be in your defensive mode, and which give the opponent opportunity to finish you, you know, and take the heavyweight championship. That's what happened. So this is what mental power comes in. Like you know David Goliath's story. So how can you acquire the mental power than the physical power? You know, I have experimented that in taking push-ups without using mind and with using mind. And if you concentrate, using your mind, converging your mind and your body, that gives you more strength. I can do up to 45 push-ups. If not, I can only do maybe 20 or 22 or 25. Um, so how can we achieve that? Do to In order to achieve that and to know how strong your mind is, you need to rewind a little bit back. May I'm sorry, I have to go back at least 100,000 to 200,000 years back when we achieved bipedality and we made our hands free, which we started making tools by our free hands, which gave us better opportunity compared to other animals. And we actually used laziness and conservation as the basis to sustain and survive and become the top of the food chain by using our intelligence and our mind. Because we started making tools, first we started with opening scrap bones from other animals, taking the bone marrow, eating that, and from that we knew, we started learning, and on the process, and on the process of learning, um, our intelligence, um, in a period of time, um, started improving, becoming faster, just like a trainer would do, like in a sprint. I mean, they'll get better and better by training. So just like that, your intelligence started getting better and better, and that actually favors uh, mutation, um, with the variation, with a favorable ones. So uh, our mutation mainly happened on our brain, and we got much larger brain compared to our body, and we are now able to control the whole world using our brain, and just because of our uh, cognitive development which happened in that part. Uh, the the differences which makes us aside from other animals, like thinking, empathy, caring, um, articulating things, and there are the cognitive development of brain um, help us a lot, you know, in developing our language skills, in formation of better tools, and using that better tools to make even better tools. And right now we are in the 21st century iPhone age, where everything is getting smaller and smaller, and we are in the quantum level, quark level of science, where we are even applying the quantum mechanics in electronics, like we use the USB stick, uh, and quantum. We know about the quantum entanglement, and mm, c- mm, gravitational wave, and things like that. The science is growing. So, well, that's not my subject. My subject is mental power. So, basically, how can we achieve mental power? The first thing is getting lazy. I mean, because that actually will favor you, because that had favor you in the process of evolution to becoming uh, the real Homo sapiens uh, that we are now. Laziness was the number one tool that we used to conserve energy, to make animals work for us, to make other people work. You know, a group of people making overthrowing another group of people, and making them slaves, and then building empires, and storytelling, and um, uh, I mean, story inside storytelling, and um, mm, like the storytelling actually helped us to gain knowledge, and to transform information to development, to the development of languages, and things like that. So I mean, how can we achieve mental power is uh, you do the things that is only necessary for you to do. That means you don't interfere in other things, in other matters. That means other people's matters, what they do, or how they live, uh, and that is none of your business, basically, you know. So just take that part out from your brain. But unfortunately, and 98% of people always are interested in what other people are doing than what you are doing, and what you can do, and what you are contributing to your body and to your mind. See that the major chunk of energy goes for other people uselessly, because it doesn't improve their life, it doesn't improve your life. But if you use that time and energy for you, that actually will help you uh, not getting old. Saying that I am 48 years old, but I'm not saying that um, old is old. But the thing is, um, so laziness means not laziness in your work. Um, choose the work you like, and do the work, uh, yeah, that you are doing with happiness, enjoying yourself, and never miss a chance to laugh every time. Say jokes. Whenever you hear jokes, you will develop jokes by yourself. So you can create more jokes from others' jokes, which is a new jokes, and you can make others laugh as well as you laugh. So you share uh, the uh, the laughing element in the society. Like so, when you share, you get more, and they get more, and everybody will be benefited from that. uh, don't try or just try to find negativity. I mean, like I said, 98% of people unfortunately are interested only in finding negativity. The problem with that is there's nothing in that segment to laugh about. The only thing segment is there is a perfect formula and a perfect storm to create hate in yourself and your body. um, which starts with jealousy. Jealousy is same as hate. They are processed in the same part of our cognitive brain, the part of our brain in the frontal cortex. So if somebody is jealous about you, that you sing good, or you play instruments good, or you are an entrepreneur, you have business, you make money, you have a good house, you have a beautiful wife, beautiful children, and there is a tendency which actually comes from a religion to show off. Like religion teaches that to show off, to give money. The more money you make, the more percentage you give. So the more richer you are, the more percentage you give to church, you become um, the top of the cream in that small limited church society which we call. And you think that you are elevated, but actually you are not. You are not elevated. You are giving that money which others cannot, because you are richer, and you are projecting your richness by doing that, and by contributing and money as a form of charity to the church, showing off and declaring who your name and everything, trying to become famous. The problem with that is um, you're being you're being a victim of hate by a lot of people. People won't like you. They will stop actually eventually talking to you, little by little. You can feel that, you can experience that, and I am telling that from my experience through the process. I had everything, like you said. Like, I had $1 million house, a beautiful wife, two kids, 15, more than 15 apartments. Everything went away. I got divorced. I gave all my apartments. Some went to my wife, and everything I gave away. Even I didn't fight for the half, because I didn't believe in hiring a lawyer. So I mean, there was a lawyer involved, and everything went. But the after that process, and after living separate and single with my friend, uh, um, what I understood was, in an apartment, what I understood was, I am actually enjoying the peak of my life, because the extra work I used to do in the house, like cutting grass, paying extra taxes, unnecessary taxes, growing uh, grass using fertilizer, which is which cost $40 every 2 weeks, and you have to grow your grass rich, thick, and greener, and you have to trim maintain it every 2 weeks. So even just for the grass care, I used to spend $200 every month, and I had a 4,600 square feet house, and my electric bill was more than $600 plus water bill, taxes. Um, um, well, I had income, but still, I didn't have any savings. But I didn't have time for anything, you know. So finally, I tamed my mind. Like a situation came, and I fell into a relationship which ended to a divorce after buying a business. And I am with the business and my work as a pharmacist. But uh, um, the good thing about that is uh, what I realized was you give something to somebody. Uh, Now a lot of people who are having kids who doesn't have a job, since I'm living in Philadelphia, being a sanctuary city. People are living inside my apartments, and that's a relief for them. And I don't care. I actually literally give everything for free, which I bought for 40,000 plus dollar. I mean, don't talk, I'm not going to that. Uh, so what I understood basically was the more you give, um, it's philosophers just talk about giving the knowledge. I mean, if you knowledge, nobody can steal knowledge from you. The more you share, the more you give, the more you get, and that is the most precious knowledge. But that is old saying. If you have a knowledge, and if you don't have money, you are nothing. So you need to have money. That is for sure to live in this area, this era. But uh, only the money you need, and do only the things you like, not other people like. If other people like, let them do it. I mean, even for your kids, don't insist them or persist them to do things that they don't like and you like. Like for instance, I like in my spare time just to relax, to meditate, to make my brain lazy purposely, not think too much, just to use it for the purpose of using. So conservation and laziness. I'm applying that to my life, and I just watch TV. The shows I like, and I never exercise. Sometimes, maybe 1 or 2 days a week, I just do a little bit of walking, um, just maintain, just for the sake of exercising. But I don't actually take care of my body that much. I don't over stress thinking about how many calories I gain every day, weighing and how many calories I have to lose, and taking that stress on your heart along with your job. Uh, and These all are m- um, stress adding up over and over and over in your mind, and stress actually will kill you, will actually slide to a depression phase. And when you get to the borderline depression phase, you know that your mood swings, and that's actually the symptom of borderline depression. So mood swinging. So uh, don't go to that extent. The reason why you are in that position is because you are doing unnecessary work which you really don't need to spend your energy on. Maybe you are worried about others too much. Uh, So leave everything for your free will, you know. And if you have kids, okay, you ask your kid what they want, and let them live the life free, like a free bird. Don't stress everything on them, or your principles, or your strategy, or your timetable, or don't treat your kids like your employees, if you are a supervisor. um, Same apply to your parents too, and vice versa. So uh, that's a very important thing. Don't especially involve or engage in your family problem. If anybody have a family problem in your family, you do not interfere at all. You are not there. You don't take your phone calls. You are not there. You are completely separated. And when they call about something, a problem that happened, you change the subject, and you say about something that he likes to hear about music or whatever he's interested in. Change subject. Don't uh, follow with the family with the problems that he wants to discuss. Just diverge diverge the subject to another subject, and you just don't interfere. Just playing like that. Leave it for them. Just exactly completely leave it for them. They will figure out something later. um, you know uh, a lot of families will settle after they fight each other. They will settle eventually after some time. They will realize they probably will not talk for 1 or 2 weeks, and then they finally analyze themselves, and they will figure out a way to come out of that, and they will be fine. The problem starts when you interfere with their matters, because your way of thinking, your way of living, and their way of thinking and their way of living are entirely different. It conflicts each other. It actually worsens the problem, and finally, it will be irreparable and irreversible, which leads to divorce. That's what happens in a lot of family. Just leave it to them. It's not your matter. Just take care of yourself. I am a victim of that, but I am not disappointed by that. I have enough time now. Like I said, I use laziness as a tool uh, to uh, to enjoy myself, and do the work I like, even though I have a chance to work in a busy pharmacy and get more twice the money I'm making right now. I choose to work in an independent pharmacy, small pharmacy, which doesn't do much prescriptions, so I have enough time. They just want my license, so I go there. I enjoy myself. I spent time and energy for myself. 90% of time I disconnect my phone calls. I mean, that's the way I do. I mean, I'm not pushing that you should do that. But you don't have to take every phone call that comes to you, because all phone calls are a headache, one way or other. Even though it's your friend, or if it's your relative, or if it's your enemy, or if it's a debt collector, or even if it's the president. It's taking away your time, and it's taking away your energy, and it's the inputting additional data, which you have, or you already have enough in you, and you are trying to figure out yours. They are inputting something extra to you, which is adding up your stress levels. And so um, like I said, this is the way. I mean, do life is actually very limited. I mean, you have a limited time, so you should be always aware of about that. And don't think about a heaven that eternal life which the religion teaches you, that is something which is giving you hope. um, and just like C.A. Chandran said, a religion has 320 menus. uh, they will give you all the menu card, and all the food will be on the menu card, on the menu card, but there will be no food, only just the menu card. So you measure yourself, your capability. You only can do that, and you stay in that circle. Don't overstretch or overstress. Like I said, only maximum avoid phone calls. Only do text, and only let them leave a message on the voice mailbox, and you listen later. And if it's important, you call them back. They can always wait. There's always a window for everything. It's not urgent. Um I mean, nothing is urgent, or except your health. I mean, the only the 911 call is the urgent thing that needs to be done in life. The rest of the things which people portray as urgent is bullshit. Just ignore that, because it's just their way of projecting what they think, which in their perspective. But when you analyze it carefully, you will understand that it is not urgent at all. So I mean, so urgency is based on uh, only very limited avenues. Just like if you have a heart attack, or if you need a CPR or something like that, or I mean, if you have heart problems, you take care of that. I mean, and in that kind of a situation, that's emergency situation. So um, don't also um, I mean, everybody have different hobbies. My hobby is watching TV, which some people say that it's addictive. uh, do not listen to others what they say in the social media or WhatsApp or wherever you go. Never listen to others. No, even never listen to me. I mean, if you uh, if you listen, you just take what you want. Just ignore. You should be prepared for that. Otherwise, don't even watch even my video. So um, I am actually an agnostic, but I am not completely an atheist. I took that stand just because um, I compromised a lot. Um, if you want to live in a social uh, gathering and a social setup, uh, which we are unfortunately as evolved as a social being, you cannot be solitary. But being religious is very important for that avenue. Going to church every week, or people will isolate you. But uh, different people take that in a different way. For me, isolation is a good thing. I like it because I can do whatever I like to do, and I don't have to worry much about others. My kids are older enough. I took care of them when they were little, but when they had the senses, when they had their brain fully developed, they could make their own decisions. And when they knew which is right and which is bad, leave it for them. Just leave it free. you know Only the kids who uh, got the free will in life has succeeded. If you check history, like a strictly religious family raising in a strictly Catholic based schooling system, and going to and faith system, uh, and actually imposing your will and your strategy to them. and making disciplining them by training the young brain from right from their infancy, by injecting religious ideas and religious fantasy stories as the real, and making them not ask the questions and just believe what you are said, not what is right, which what religion is. So that actually makes you a zombie. Uh, that actually makes you a person who cannot think, who don't do not think, who will be stuck in an entity completely, in a flow of birds, which does the same thing over and over and over and over and over, and you cannot come out of that circle after some period of time, and you cannot do something different from that flock of people. So you stand different by your own ideology, and you tell something which is beneficial to you, practically you experienced, not by some by somebody's experience reading, somebody's experience, or somebody telling you, or watching a TV, or watching an idea and coming in a WhatsApp, and no, just what you experienced, you I mean in your real life, what you felt, it's true, not in a dream, in real life, you share that. And that may be of value of the society, to the society, because that is scientific. It's not religious, because it's you are actually exposed to, and you did something to the present cultural, political, economic situation. You purposely exposed, or accidentally exposed to that, and you got the result from that. So that is current, that is renovated, that is the new knowledge which is eligible to be shared, not the old um, ideas, which is not changed for thousands of years, sticking to that and never questioning it back, questioning, if making them believe, or making them believe it's a sin, and a hell, heaven concept, and which, you know, just think about a kid you are teaching when he is like 4 years old, telling you, you don't, you are born in a sin, you are a sin. I mean, religion is based on sin. So you have a sin. I mean, it's all negativity that you are inputting in the young brain, and the religion is all about negativity, and all about the killings, all about this, how we can compete with other religions, and about all these things, about only one god, about their god is the best, their religion is the best, and you are implementing the wrong concept right from the young age. So when the kid grows up, I mean, he cannot come out from that circle. So don't do that. So like I said, when you if you think about famous people who have become really famous, who was actually subjected, or was actually left for the free will, like people living in foster care, or people living with no care at all, which they were forced to take decisions in the young age, and experience life, and learn from their experience, and build strategies based on their experience. Only they have come up in the life successfully, never by listening to others saying that is right, that is wrong, you should follow that, you should follow this, um, and never listen to any advice. Advice is a disease. um, some people like to advise. That is actually an addiction. You advise. Sorry about that. Like I said, I don't take unnecessary phone calls. So, um, so if you see now, just 1 second, I forgot what I was supposed to say to you. This is what happens. It diverges uh, your day-to-day routine. This is just one example that I want to show you. So, um, So I mean, what I was telling about the free will. So only people who was who got a chance to implement the fair will was successful in life. Um, any celebrities or anybody who came up, but again saying that coming up and becoming successful or hearing somebody's advice. Um, okay, advice. I didn't finish what I was wanted to say about advice. Advice is a disease. Some people like to advise, so that makes them feel good. So the more they advise, more you listen, and you are submissive to the person, and so that makes him that gives him an adrenaline rush. Mm, so if there's one person, it's just a one one shot of a drug you get. If there's two, the more. If there's thousand, oh, it is exemplary. If there are like millions, you are on other level. If you have a million people listening to what you say, whatever rubbish, whatever bullshit you say, uh, it's a very dangerous situation. You are actually ruining the society, and that is the example that we see in North Korea. So uh, free will is the most important thing. Like if you're doesn't matter which family you are born, which doesn't matter which area you're born in, you need to you need to be able to question yourself about anything that you feel irrational, and don't believe about the hell story, um, and only believe what you think is right and which is proven, and which is correct and which is updated, and use laziness as your tool. So you give more space to your brain. So actually you can by giving more space to your brain, instead of saturating it with others problems and others affairs, um, you will get more younger, maybe like me. Again, this is my advice. Again, don't listen to advice. See, this is the problem of advice. Like I said, never listen to me. I mean, if whatever said, you can take something which is valuable, only take that. Others, you just put in a recycle bin. Don't delete it. Maybe you can open sometimes if you think maybe later that apply to your life. Anyway, it was nice talking to you, and I will see you next time with my video. So be lazy, not at your work, but be lazy in what in selfishing yourself, taking care of your mind and taking care of your body than other taking care of others' mind and body. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. I have never said my name. My name is Jano. Jano. Jano James. I know it's a weird name, but it's Jano James. And like I said, I don't push anybody to subscribe or like. It's your free will, like I said, you know. And I'm not here for becoming famous. I think people who don't speak what they think which is right, which may actually be a little bit of helpful to the society, from which exceptionally make their life easier, with what I think, from what I talk, a little bit of that which you can apply. I'm grateful. So don't subscribe and like if you don't like. Okay, again. Me, Jano James. Jano James. Signing off. See you later. Bye.